Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Thank you for coming. And before we started, I would like to remind all of us that this meeting will be recorded, so please beware with your words during this meeting. Next, before we are discussing in depth the topic that will be discussed later, let me introduce myself first. I am Imran Bin Norariffin, and there are 4 positions here, and I hold the position that known as project manager. Next, we have a financial manager held by Mr. Akmal Husni bin Abdul Aziz. And the third one, we have marketing officer by Ms. Nurul Asma binti Azhar. And the last one, we have technical officer that held by Ms. Najah Sofia binti Abdul Muttalib. So we are gathering here today to discuss the COVID-19 pandemic university have resulted to conducting online events, which including online conference, online language camps, online campus election, and etc. However, this come with some drawbacks which we need to further investigation and improvement that we need to identify first. So with that, I am very sure we are not the only one who are facing this kind of problem, which this problem are worldwide. Every country have facing the same problems, and every company in Malaysia are also facing the same problems. But how they overcome this issue, we need to take into consideration as well, because we need to take consideration. So to be fair, I would like to hear everyone problem from each department, from financing, from marketing, from technician as well. Is there any possibility or things that we should be highlighted that this project will turn out to be a loss to us, or as we conducting it online, and it can lead us to the biggest cost compared to previously or not? Or are there any issue regarding the marketing issue, such as may get trouble is there is a leak information if conducting online, as well as is there any big problem will arise in terms of technical issues such as connection problem and so on. As a project manager, so far for me, there is no restriction for us to conduct online event, because we are moving towards IR 4.0. As we all know, Malaysians are moving forward to IR 4.0, which needs us to implement varieties of technologies as Japan does previously. Hence, this is an opportunity for our university, UTM, to implement advanced technology, and this might be our opportunity as well to appear on the front page of newspaper, which can attract more students in future to study at our university. With that, the marketing, the finance will be take a benefit as well. And in my opinion, this will bring a positive impact for sure for all departments, as I mentioned before. So as a project manager, I see this problem can be a successful project for us to continue. However, it is crucial to take care and notice from every perception from us of our person in charge that we are here today without wasting time. Let us hear from the financial department first. Welcome, Mr. Akmal. This stage is yours now.
Okay, alright, thank you Imran. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Akmal Husni bin Abdul Aziz. Thank you Imran for the overwhelming introduction and also for the information given. I, as the financial officer of one of the top companies in Malaysia, also have some issues or drawbacks regarding online events based on the field that I work in. The issue is that it is decreasing profit making due to the fact that the company itself that provides the event place, such as conference, for consumers or stakeholders to invest or in making physical activity, can be conducted and must be conducted using online platforms such as Google Meet or Zoom, which are inexpensive. Other than that, it also affects the salary of event management workers, which can also be an issue due to the restriction from the government in banning, which is restricting any sorts of event physically. The workers that are employed in doing this task will need to wait for or finding other solutions in order for them to earn money elsewhere. In the previous research conducted by Madrid 2022, the event business got a maximum loss of about more than 666 million till April due to the cancellation of events worldwide, and have an estimated 85.5 million jobs at stake. The business keep on trying to sustain the capital shortage by utilizing the use of technologies and measure like webinar, live events, online discussion, forums, and etc. Although their services are still operating, the revenue obtained will never reach the profit figure that came from the previous multi-scale of physical events. Furthermore, the daily wage workers associated with the event industry, the variety range scale of the event companies that are not able to reach the target and lack needed facilities to provide such service are suffering more from the pandemic. Based on the issues that we are currently facing, the best solution that I think can be best for all possible way to reduce the problem is that finding other alternatives such as empty space that can be reserved as a place for frontliner to place their current pharmaceutical product for the patients that are in need. By doing this action, the company will gain back the profit from the fees paid by them. Next, the unemployed worker can be employed back as they can work as a volunteer or management worker for looking up and managing the pharmaceutical product. This strategy can minimize the unemployment rate due to the restriction imposed by the government. That is all from me. Thank you. I wanted to add, is my statement true? Do you all agree or disagree? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Akmal. But I would like to ask, how come you relate our issue on online events in university to a pharmacist or medical solution? And what is the relationship between the medical and the universities? And can you explain? And I'm still confused with your solution in which you mentioned previously, in finding other alternatives such as empty space that can be reserved as a place for frontliner to place their current pharmaceutical product for the patient that are in need. Besides, you also mentioned that the unemployed worker can be employed back as they can work as a volunteer or management worker for looking up and managing the pharmaceutical product. This strategy can minimize the unemployment rate due to restriction imposed by the government. That statement are mentioned by you just now, and can you elaborate more on this solution that can overcome the issue on online conference or online language camp or online campus election? Since we are more towards to the student problem and not employment rate or etc. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Iqbal. That is a good question. Okay, the explanation on the pharmaceutical products that can be put inside an empty space that the university or a company is just an example. Because as we know currently due to the COVID-19, it is hard for the university or other company to find an income. I think can be a solution to that. Next, for the employment rate, it is also an example I give in which can provide working opportunities for the students also. If we put this to consideration, which a student can handle or manage production from input to output, which can give them more experience on how to work in the working environment. And next, for the online event, personally, I think it doesn't become a problem from a financial point of view because the conference will be held online and we don't need to use a hall or conference room where some of the room needed to be rented before use. Next, the platform is free of charge, which is the online platform. Based on my opinion, I think it isn't a problem at all. Does this answer your question, Mr. Imran?
Yes, it answer. But may I know how what platform that are free to use for we conduct online program other than Google Meet or etc. You know, like
Oh,
you
okay. Okay. For me personally, where the field that I'm working, I like to use more is Microsoft Team, which is it is also like a Google Meet or Zoom. It is free of charge, and the hour that we can use is unlimited.
Okay, it's clear. Thank you, Mr. Akmal. Next, can we hear
Welcome.
from Mr. Miss Asma from Marketing Officer?
Thank you, Mr. Imran. My name is Azina Asma, and I'm the Officer Marketing and the Marketing Officer. First of all, thank you, Mr. Akmal, for the explanation and sharing about the weaknesses of managing online events that you face as a financial officer and suggesting improvements to the problem. For me, as a marketing officer, I am also facing some issues or drawbacks regarding online events based on the field that I work in. The issues that I face as a marketing officer during conducted online events are security concerns. In inclusive virtual events, I need to be wary of unauthorized access. It is because there's been a surge of internet trolls who get crash to disrupt the program. So measures against this must be taken during the planning stage. Another security concern involves data protection. Valuable video assets, participant information, and other sensitive data made available during the event must be guarded against cyber criminals. This issue is strictly to navigate, especially since there are so many video conferencing platforms with varying cybersecurity measures. For example, in April 2021, Bush, the event management of Cadmium CD, discovered that thousands of recorded Zoom calls were viewable on the open web, presenting a serious privacy concern to the millions of people who shifted to virtual interactions. Um, Such issues could leave people vulnerable to cyber attacks. The considerations like this should be the top priority to event organizers, as failing to take the appropriate cyber security measures could lead to more complications and perhaps even legal repercussions down the line. In order to overcome these issues, the best solution or prevention measure is to install data protection software such as malware protection, encryption, and blockchain technology. This software will help to secure our company and also our customer data and information. Besides that, our company can overcome the issues by only collecting vital data from the customer. If we focus on only collecting data that is actually vital to our marketing efforts, will decrease the external value of our data and also increase our consumer confidence. I can say that decreasing the external value of our data helps data security because hackers are less likely to steal low value data. For example, if all a hacker has to gain from us is a list of email addresses, they might not put forth the effort. But if we are collecting names, phone numbers, location data, household income, etc., then the data becomes more valuable. The greater number of data points that our company collects, the more valuable it likely is to outsiders. Um, in addition, if we only collecting vital data, can increase consumer confidence too. This is because when we are collecting data that doesn't seem necessary to the customer, they might place less faith in our company. So therefore, it is very important for our company to take this preventive measure to secure our company's private and confidential information from being hacked or leaked. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Miss Asma. But I would like to hear that as well. It is important for us to take note on how to avoid our data information from leaking if we decide to conducting online. However, may I know, is that costly or between our budget or not need to take into consideration as well? And can we hear from you, Miss Asma?
Um, Thank you, Mr. Imran, for the question. Based on a survey or research that I have done, for installing the data protection software, yes, there is a cost that needs to be borne by the company. For example, if our company chooses to install encryption or malware protection, then the cost that will be incurred is not too expensive. And I'm sure it will be in line with our company's financial budget. However, if our company wants to install blockchain technology, then it will involve a larger amount of cost according to the type of technology desired by our company. In short, we can choose to install the software according to the needs and suitability of our company. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Asma. However, I would like to hear from Mr. Akmal. Do you have any comment regarding the cost that we need to purchase on the blockchain technology?
Okay, for me personally, I think that the cost for the blockchain technology to use during online events is currently more cheaper because it uses only online activities such as online payment, which doesn't need us to go and purchase the product physically. So I think it is very good, but the risky move is that as we know there is a hacker outside which they will try to make our product copy fake, or like say, which is for example malware such as cybersecurity. It's when you say is for the original is from the original website, but if we can find a third party, there is more hacker will be focusing on the people that are trying to purchase it with less expensive. So I think for me personally, based on Ms. Asma's comment or statement, it is being approved and can be used. Thank you.
Sure, Mr. Akmal. But I would like to hear from you. How about the financial department point of view? Is it affect our financial statement or not if we purchase the blockchain technology?
Oh, okay, that's
Just now
a
you
good
explained
question.
the advantage if we purchase
Yes.
the blockchain technology. I would like to hear the effect on our financial statement.
Okay, okay, that's a good question also. For me personally, it doesn't affect any financial statement, but it will affect only the budget, because the budget will increase a little bit because some of the product is very expensive. Okay, I
So
think that's what.
you have been doing some survey on the price on the blockchain
Yes,
technology.
yes. Currently, based on my survey, for I make a research during the time period of the pandemic COVID-19. The price is going really high because people are demanding on purchasing cybersecurity product to prevent any hackers. But the advantages is that um, even though it is expensive, the product can still last long. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Akmal. I take note that.
Okay. Welcome.
However, in the perspective of project manager, it is good for us to purchase the blockchain technology that mentioned by Asma just now, and yeah, it will give a good chances for our university as well. And next, can we hear from Miss Raja Sofia from Technician Department? Can you give your opinion first?
Okay, thank you, Imran. So for my opinion for Asma's statement, I think this is a good point for our organizations implement the malware software. So we try to avoid the hackers, as I mentioned, Akmal just now. And this every organization can install the blockchain technology, so it can um, uh, continue our process to implement to achieve our objective as well. So for that's all my opinion.
Okay, thank you guys for giving your opinion. So next, I will pass to Miss Sophia.
Thank you again, Imran, and thank you, Miss Asma for explaining the issues and solutions that she encountered as a marketing officer when arranging online events. Firstly, I would like to welcome everyone who comes to today's meetings. I am Naja Sofia, a technical officer for these organizations. In this meeting, I would like to highlight some issues or problem in handling online event especially during COVID-19. And we grateful now everything is okay, right? So as we know, some technical issues may happen unexpectedly, even if you have an experience in IT teams. As technical officer, it's my responsibility to identify the issues and prevent it from recurring in the future. So, however, the most common issues faced when organizing an online event is connection problem. It is very common problem. So there are several issues to consider when relying on technology to manage and run a virtual or hybrid event, such as internet access and bandwidth for speaker, attendees, and organizer, and also compatibility issues across different devices, operating systems, and browsers. So according to my previous research from Jacobs, slow network speeds or poor Wi-Fi signals just now. These typical network connection issues that IT teams must resolve and must take actions very fast. Besides that, a poor internet connection can also lead to low quality videos, meetings, delay sharing for information, and continuous bufferings. And this will make a team collaboration difficult to sustain. The online event will be unable to proceed as planned for a certain period of time because of these issues that occur. They may delay our objective. So furthermore, these issues should not be handled easily since it will impact an organization achievement, just I said just now, objective, and information to spread to all key stakeholders. Okay, so for my solutions, I will suggest one or two the effective strategy or solutions to prevent these issues. Okay, these solutions for my opinion, solutions that might be proposed to organization is securing your network, especially internet, because if we open for guests for public Wi-Fi setup to utilize for temporary internet access, we limit the internet access for everyone to log in our internet. So user can silently if we not focused for our organization, it will silently spend bandwidth. So as a result, guest access should be allowed, and for the period time is hourly or daily basis with the consent of authorized users. That's all my point. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, I just wanted to interrupt. Thank you, Miss Sophia, for the amazing statement. Just wanted to ask, how, for the university's perspective, how they manage the technically during conducting online classes or conferences? Is there any backup plan if any problem occurs, like as you said, connection problem or system down?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Akmal. Okay, I will answer for the first question for the first questions. Due to the modern era of technology, most universities usually have online classes or meeting through platforms such as Webex, Google Meeting, or Skype. So this is this is because this method offers the best convenience and time flexibility. Therefore, the solutions for the university to overcome this technical issue is to prepare extensive internet networks and update all technologies such as laptops and antivirus so that there is no troubleshootings when managing online classes. So for the second questions, yes, all the university have been prepared and have any backup plans especially in situations for technical problems where they cause in unknown or unexpected situations. Therefore, the backup plan is to provide early informations previously for lecturers to provide early information and instructions about the online classes to their students, like schedules of activities as an alternative to the participants. For example, may I clear my point? For example, as lecturer should prepare learning materials or assignments early for student in student portal, so that they do not miss anything about the activity of the classes. Also, the lecturer need to have pre-recorded to provide and to share information to students when the system is breakdown. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sophia and Mr. Akmal. Uh, is there any issue from marketing department? Can we hear from you? Any issue?
As for marketing department, I think Ms. Najah has explained a very clear point from her view, and I think from technical issue and marketing issue, if we don't have the strong data connection, secure data connection also, so will also affect marketing organization. So yeah, I think to have a secure Wi-Fi or data connection is really important, because it will affect to one organization to one organization. So that's all from my opinion. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Asma. Uh, as a project manager, after all I have been here from Ms. Sophia's explanation just now, it is a good point to bring out in our meeting, and still it's need to take into our consideration as well. And so far, I think we should proceed the online events for our universities. And you guys, from what I hear from you guys, from each department, marketing, financial, technical department, it's you guys bring a good point for us to continue our event in online. So and we just left about 3 minutes in this platform. So, is there any issue or any point of view that you want to share before we left our meeting?
For the financial department, I think there are no issues. When we take into consideration, right now, online events is more appropriate than physical events, because online events we can do it at anywhere, anytime, and any place. Whereas is for the physical events, we needed to prepare early and cannot be delayed. For the financial point of view, the budget will be more relaxed or flexibility rather than physical events, which is more expensive day by day if we delete a certain project that we have been prepared. I think online event is really good.
Sure,
Thank
Mr. Akmal. I
Yes.
agree with you too. More flexible. And next, we roundtable. Next, may I hear from Miss Najah Sophia from Technical Department?
Okay, overall for our discussions, I think for my technical department, it's very crucial, right, for online events. So, my suggestions, any organization should take actions faster, so it cannot be occur for futures. That's all from me.
Yeah, I'm agree too with Miss Najah. And can we hear last from Miss Asma from Marketing Department?
From my department, I think that's all the issue that I faced during handle the online events, and I think uh, I I think our company should consider to implement all the suggestion because as we know technology right now is increasing and develop. So if we can increase our secure data protection and also our technology, so I think it will be more great for our business and it will help our business to be more successful.
Okay, thank you, Miss Asma. I agree with you too. And in project manager point of view, as I said previously, this program or this event, online event, can bring a successful to our universities and will be a big successful if we are the first mover. So, with all that being said, I think we should continue our online events. And yeah, that's all from this meeting. And sorry for taking your time, and thank you very much for coming. And yes, we have exceed the limit for our meeting, which is, as I promised before, we have 30 minutes, but we have exit the until 32 minutes just now. And okay, thank you for coming and have a nice day. Bye.